She is going to approach. So, of all the people here that she thinks she might be able to interact best with, she's going to approach the blacksmith.
I was actually just going to say that the blacksmith is the only person that is not paying Miri any attention. Like, he looks up at her, he kind of appraises her, seems satisfied, and then he goes back to working on a nail or a horseshoe. And when you get closer to him, you hear him muttering to himself. And he's this big, burly man. Like, you remember Master Roshi? You remember, like, Master Roshi
From Dragon
from
Ball?
Dragon Ball? How when Master Roshi took his clothes off, he was, like, jacked.
Oh, yeah.
But he was still, like, an old man. He's
That
like
bird.
that. He's got a completely clean-shaven head. He's got this big, bushy mustache. He's got
Right.
big old mutton chops. And he's just jacked. And he's working on it's so comical because he's got his blacksmith hammer and these huge calipers. And he's just forging a nail. He's just tapping
Right.
this nail.
But
He's just muttering to himself.
What is he muttering about specifically? Hear him?
It's just like
Oh,
so it's less muttering and just kind of
rumbling.
grumbling to himself.
Okay, so I mean, the thing is, like, there's no indication that a proper blacksmith would have been trained out here. So he's probably not originally from here, or at least what we're taught him isn't from here. So to her, he's the most likely to have the most experience with outsiders or outside places. Oh gosh. Oh no.
No, I'm just listening while I'm making this town seem less
Empty.
empty and
Yeah.
sad.
She is going to approach. So which one's blacksmith then? That first one? Oh, well, she'll stay on the right there. She's gonna approach the blacksmith. She's gonna again. Yeah, she's got her sword away. So there we go. And she is going to nod her head towards him. Say, what time is it? Like, initially?
It's early afternoon.
It's afternoon!
What can I do for you?
Huh?
What? Sorry. Country accent.
Right.
What I said. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I'm okay, she's a mercenary, or how are mercenaries looked at? Okay.
In the countryside, very favorably.
Okay,
In
good.
the city, not so much.
Alright, she's gonna say, yeah, I'm a sword for hire, and,
Could have told that for the way you walked in here with that big orc chopper on your back and that armor that looks like it's seen many battles last. You're gonna tell me that.
well, better that it see battle than be hanging up somewhere for show.
He doesn't outwardly say anything, but he does put down his calipers, and he is now actually invested in the conversation.
See what brownie points that means. Excellent. She's gonna kind of lean forward and cross her arms on top of his counter there. Tilts her head to the side and says, man, I just got back from some crazy stuff. And she is, without missing a beat, she is going to regale him loud enough that anybody could hear it with her events of that she was guarding a caravan, that she passed out, woke up in some underground crypt with alchemy crap in her gut. She's gonna tell him how she had to stew it up. She's gonna tell him how she how to find a bunch of skeletons and zombies and spiders and found a bunch of human meat pie in there. She's gonna tell him about Piss Pants, the necromancer, and how she's been chasing him. And then she's gonna take her big old bag with that nasty ass Facebook and whatever else is in there. She's just gonna clunk. She's not gonna open it, but she's gonna clunk the bag down on that table on his his workspace, and she's gonna say, "I'm not one for magic, But whatever I found in there, somebody needs to know about. That place is walking distance from here. I think your little hamlet here might be invested in that whole scenario being taken care of. And I don't mind. I have reason to take that little bastard down. But I need to know if there's anybody in this place who knows anything about that magic crap.
During this whole conversation, he very respectfully listens. Partway through the conversation, he looks at he holds up a hand,
Right.
and then he looks at his nail, and he just chucks it, and it lands in a box nearby. And you see it lands in a box with probably a few hundred more nails.
He's got nothing else to do with himself.
And he sets the calipers down, and he listens.
Right.
He doesn't react. He doesn't do that. Oh wow. Mm-hmm.
Right.
There's nothing. Just blank.
He just listens.
He just listens. And when she's done, he reaches inside of his pockets and pulls out a cigar, and he sticks it in his mouth, and he leans right into his forge, and he lights the cigar off of his forge. And that's when you realize this man's not human.
He's a dwarf?
He is an Ifrit.
Oh!
He is an Ifrit.
What does Miri know about Ifrits?
They are, they have, so like tieflings have ancestry from the lower planes, Ifrits have ancestry from the elemental plane of fire.
Right, yeah, I know that, but what does Miri know?
The fact that this...
Can you tell what he is, I'm guessing?
Yeah, so he's got like this auburn, sort of reddish-orange hair. And what the dead giveaway is when you look at where his hands are on the forge.
He doesn't react to it.
He does not react to it at all.
Right.
And his face is like here.
Yeah, but
From
he's
and
fire.
he just lights it. Yeah. And you also notice that inside, like right up past his hairline, he's got horns that have been completely filed down.
Oh, he's hiding it.
You don't get the feeling that he's hiding it so much as like it's just it was a sad fact of life.
Maybe something he might be a little ashamed of?
Mm,
Or does he just not care that much? Probably?
he doesn't care that much, but somebody in his life did.
Oh.
Somebody in his life cared very much.
I see. That's sad. Oh, Mary feels for him.
If he lived in Rastagan, this man would be living the high life.
But he chooses not to.
But he chooses not to for whatever reason, which is also very interesting. Is similar to Fae. Ifrits, like fire, are very wildfire, very spontaneous, fickle, passionate people. And this man is everything that is not.
He's been hurt. He's lost somebody, I bet. Oh, Miri!
And he just leans away, and he just takes a big old puff on his cigar, and he just pulls it away.
Okay.
And there's like this twinkle in his eye.
Ah.
There's like this...
He's intrigued. He's interested.
And he kind of puts his left hand, his free hand, towards the bag, and he stops at the halfway point, and he just locks eyes with her.
Just go ahead.
And he does the Arnold Schwarzenegger thing where the cigar is in the teeth, and
she'll trust the blacksmith because she connects to that.
he sucks on one side, and then the smoke comes out the other.
Right.
As your guys are conversing, the old woman and her friend that was giving you a hard time, quote unquote, when you arrive, they come up and they say to him that, excuse me, let me try a different voice. Excuse me, Garfeld, I was hoping that you had some extra nails. He doesn't look up. He starts untying her rucksack, and then he just kind of gestures to the nail box.
Miri will pointedly look at the two women. She kind of has her head low. She's looking at them kind of from under her massive bangs because she's a little disheveled because she's been out in the wild.
No.
You know, and she just gives them the look of like, fuck off.
So they don't pay any mind to her, and one of the old women goes over to the nail box, and she just puts her hand in the nail box, and she just grabs a whole handful of nails, and it just goes into the pocket.
What use does an old lady have for nails? They're listening in.